Tom Arnone.
No, it's call-out time.
Brian Wilson.
You died for that football.
Nick DelGozzo.
It's going to be a battle.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
Welcome. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com. The bad boys of sports talk, Tom Arnone, Brian Wilson, Nick DelGozzo. We are live from the Legends Tap studios here in Burlington, New Jersey. And like every Sunday, our show is brought to you by Legends Tap, the best pizza this side of the Delaware, 318 High Street in Burlington, New Jersey, 609-386-3001. Follow them on Facebook at Legends Tap. A lot in store for you today. We'll go over to Phil's 25-man roster at some point through the course of today's show. We'll do a little prediction, Phil time, a little Philly prediction we'll toss out here. MLB opening day, night tonight, day tomorrow. We'll get into that. That should be fun. A lot of baseball junkies here. Also, best performances that you've ever seen in a Final Four. We'll go over that. Who's your best? Let us know. We'll let you know as well throughout the course of the show. Final Four recap. But big question in hand. Nova, Carolina. Who you got? You can vote. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, A2D Radio is how you can find us. Let us know. Carolina, Nova. Which one do you got? We'll let you know who we got. You can also get on the phone lines, 856-295-1178. Carolina Nova preview brought to you by the sports outlet for all your sporting needs, 703 Black Horse Pike, Glendora, New Jersey, 856-939-2030 on the web, sportsoutletinc.com. Gentlemen, how are you?
Good morning.
Pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, good day, man. Opening night?
Yeah, opening day baseball, a little windy out there. I mean, I thought the house was going to fall over last night. I mean, wow. There's some serious storming going on. So hopefully some of those fields hold off because we're slated to play tomorrow ourselves. And are the Phils home?
In Cincinnati.
They're not home until like next week, I think.
Okay, they're on.
Following Monday. Cincinnati.
Opening road trip
to get off to a bad start.
So, I don't know. Cincinnati stinks though too. So
they're not any good. Yeah. Well, We'll see. We'll see how the year
their ace, the guy that's their ace
unfolds for the Phillies. We'll get into that later, but we'll get a little Final Four. But actually, we're going to hold our predictions for a second here. But you can vote, like I said, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, A2D Radio. You can vote, or you got an opinion because I'm going to rip Nova, not Nova. I'm not going to rip Nova.
You're actually going to essentially rip the city.
Rip the city, 90%. I'm going to rip 90% of the city. Let me just ask you guys a question, because why wait? Why wait?
Nova obviously had a dominating performance last night.
No question about it. Yeah. No question about it. They shot the lights out last night. Yeah. Oklahoma didn't.
Before you get into
defense was on lock.
Before you get into your rant, let's.
I'm not going to make it a rant.
No. But I'm
not going to do it to people. I'm not going to do it.
Not that there's much to talk about. I mean, it was from pillar to post. I mean, the first 10 minutes I sent that text to you guys, and Willie was, of course, a basketball junkie. He knows how sports are, so he gave me the old "don't count your chickens." I just had a feel for it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you I fell for 40.
Yeah, right?
But I just
Christ.
no, never would I be a pompous ass on the air and tell you, I thought it was going to be 40. No, but you just felt it. Their defense was fantastic all tournament, and it was just, what are you going to do? Go ahead, brother.
No, you're good. But seriously, 40. Like, it was just really like
I'm a man.
A marvelous performance, really. Like, you can't even. I was like watching. It's like I actually feel bad for Oklahoma right now. It's like you just get blown out.
You felt like you were watching the gym. You felt like you were watching UConn women's basketball.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean? I was like, I had to keep checking for athletic supporters. I mean, it was
for like a stretch there from like the 18-minute mark or so to about the 12-minute mark in the second half. It was like it went from like a 9-point game to a 29-point game. It's like, see ya. See ya.
And then you try to give Buddy, and then the way I looked at it, I try to give Buddy the benefit of the doubt, because then, you're just like, man, you really came up small.
You got hounded.
But exactly. You got to, there's times in life, in sports, you got to give people credit. You got to tip your cap. They just been fantastic. Nova's been fantastic on defense. They had a plan. And that's it. They handled them like we talked about last week. You were discussing about how to defend Curry. When you make it uncomfortable, when you make it uncomfortable, it's tough to shoot. It's tough to you get up under them.
That's what you have to do with these guys. You have to. Otherwise, you're just gonna let them shoot jumpers all day. Yeah. And guess what? You're gonna lose.
Well, yeah. Well, it doesn't hurt your cause. I mean, yeah, they got up in them. They played really good defense.
They doubled them.
Even if they didn't, they shot 71% from the field. So
no,
Oklahoma could have.
hot.
Buddy could have dropped 40 last night. It wasn't going to matter.
Man,
you know what I mean?
90 in a Final Four.
Yeah, you put them 95 spot. You're blowing a team out that much. That's what segueing shortly into what we're going to do. Our preview. That if I'm a Nova fan, I'm on the side of a little caution right now. Because to come out again 2 days later.
I got any bullets left?
Right? 2 days later. Am I going to shoot 71% again? Because I bet her against the team I'm about to play. So that should be interesting. But, yeah, 71%. You had 6 guys. They've had 6 guys in double figures. That's a recipe for success, especially against a team that prides itself in shooting the 3-ball too in Oklahoma. One got it done, one didn't. That pretty much sums up that one. And I think that sums up Carolina, Syracuse. One was just better than the other. Now, I didn't think there was that. I don't think there's still as big of a margin between Nova and Oklahoma. I still think they're pretty evenly matched teams. If you look at it through the course of the year, one blew out one blew out the other. I think Jay Wright said it perfectly. If we played again tomorrow, they would figure stuff out, and it'd be a lot closer of a game.
No, I don't disagree with that.
So,
absolutely. I mean, sometimes you're going to have those days in sports. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty about having a short memory, able to erase it and start over. And get another shot at it. So no, there's no question about that. Absolutely.
And obviously, kudos to Jay Wright for getting his kids ready, them buying into whatever he was putting out to get them ready. Whatever tape they watched of that ass whooping early on in the year, that he got them ready to go. So kudos to him. I think he's a damn good coach. And on the other side of the bracket, Syracuse, UNC, and it's the third time UNC's beat them this year. I think we all at this table felt it coming.
They're just too big inside, man. Yeah. They get killed on the glass, killed in the paint. I love the Cuse. Great run. Yeah. I mean, didn't even expect them to make the tournament, go to the Final Four. I love the run. And I said it last night. I will reiterate on air that I guess I will root for Nova Monday, even though I hate Nova Nation. But I'll root for him. For some of my good friends who won a title, I feel them.
For one a title.
Just a lot of.
Ed Satuski has been there for a year since day one.
That wants a title.
I'm talking about guys I know that are big Nova guys.
I got there's a lot of diehard guys.
Yeah, no.
It's just throw the V's up. It makes you vomit sometimes.
Yeah.
Stop with the V's there and come on.
The city is really clinging on to them, aren't they?
Yeah.
The city really wants them. Every news station has like a little Villanova V in the bottom corner.
But we discussed it. We kind of discussed it at the beginning of this before it even started. With that loss to Seton Hall, kind of dropped them to that, somehow the 8th overall seed. But they were number 1 for a long time, and it was just you were just expecting as Philadelphia fans or guys that cover the Philadelphia sports landscape, you were just expecting the Nova collapse to come. The second round exit, and it just never came.
Or at least the Sweet 16. I agree with you.
It never came, and it started with the defense. It started at the defensive end, and like you said, shooting the lights out for me. Come on.
But you got to shoot the lights out in this tournament to get far, and they have, and especially when you lack in size. When you have one guy who's 6'11", and the next closest guy's a 6'8" guy, right? I mean, you lack in size in college basketball where you got a lot of big boys.
But that was the only recipe Q's could have had. Q's had it, they had to hit like 15 threes yesterday.
Oh yeah,
and make all their free throws.
Yeah,
what I mean? Because
the free throws
we talked about. I mean, that's a 5-point game at half. If you just make the last minute, those 5 free throws right there, it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 4 for 13 from the line total.
And we missed what at the end of the first half? 6.
Yeah, 7? 6. So it's a 5-point game at half.
Well, yeah, one team shoots 40%, the other team shoots 53%. One team from the line shoots 30%. The other team from the line shoots 81%. I mean, you can look real easy in the basketball on who wins and loses a lot of times, but not even that. Over 50 points in the paint last night for UNC.
How good is Bryce Johnson?
Oh, he's a monster.
How about the touch, though? How about the touch? I mean, he just, he'll just show middle, and he just bang, and it's just,
he did a great job of showing middle. Talk about the basketball junkies to beat the 2-3 zone. Yeah. You need a guy to be able to show middle and hit them shots.
The foul line jumper. If you can hit the foul line jumper, if you can turn and hit that and be a threat from there,
he don't even have
you're turning your threat from there, you're in big trouble.
Listen, are people dropping the ball on Marcus Page, too, as an NBA prospect a little bit? I mean, this guy, listen, I'm just saying, his vision, his ability off the dribble, his ability to make shots. I mean, this guy's got to be a top 5 pick to me. I watched a lot of college basketball this year. This guy's something else.
I don't like North Carolina, but that touch pass last night was
that's
pretty
Phil.
filthy. Pretty filthy.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought what's called about to step out of bounds, and he's like, touch.
You guys aren't
touch
big.
it
You guys
over.
aren't big
You
on
gotta be
Marcus
kidding me.
Page.
No,
Is it the senior thing? I mean, what,
to me, he's another Kendall Marshall who was on 100 teams. Similar player.
I think he's a little quicker than Kendall was, but
What you need.
But
I mean, your first step, obviously in the NBA. You're gonna need stuff like that. I don't disagree.
maybe
I don't disagree with that.
I just say a lottery pick.
he's like Lou Williams.
Let me take back the top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, but a lottery pick. I just feel like this because his numbers actually gone down since his sophomore year, and I think a lot of that's unselfishness. Because I mean, you got to get to this point, you got to be an unselfish basketball team. 4 guys in double figures last night for UNC. And we talked about Nova, 6 guys in double figures. You got to be unselfish to go this far. And when you look at Marcus Page's numbers going down, his field goal percentage is going down, no question. But a lot of that can be having to change your game up a little bit to fit what's around you to win. And I think there's no better coach in America to getting kids buying in than Roy Williams.
No, I mean, listen,
I just think he gets kids to buy in. I mean, when you go to UNC, you go there as a 5-star recruit. You don't go there as a 3.5. I mean, you go to UNC, and there's a lot of other colleges. I get that. When you go to UNC, you go there.
I think there's a guy down the road, Coach K, that would raise his hand.
And he can raise all he wants because listen, I think there's more of a mecca that comes with UNC. I think you get more big star recruits. Coach K gets his big boys every year, but I'm saying you got a bench full of 4 and 5 star recruits, guys who don't even smell time for you. When they hit the sub button last night, when they had it wrapped up, all them guys who came in off the bench, all excited and giddy, that came sprinting in, probably all 5-star guys, right? They can't touch the court. My point is, I give the guy a lot of credit because he's won everywhere he's gone, and I think there's something to be said for that. And,
he's a Hall of Famer,
and I just think that this job he's did with this Carolina team and rebuilding it again because they would hit it and then it'll go away and he rebuilt it again. And I'm giving the guy his love because he's here. There's a lot of other coaches in America that I agree with you.
I don't take anything away from him.
I hate Coach K.
He hasn't. Let's call a spade a spade. He hasn't coached at Iona. All right, he coached at Kansas and North Carolina, and I don't know how you can ever. I don't know how you can ever be bad at North Carolina.
Are you Iona to me?
I'm giving you an example of a trash school.
I'm giving you an example. Every team that plays in the national championship most likely isn't.
They had bad years. They've had bad years in North Carolina. That's unacceptable.
Well, give me the last time Iona played a national championship or any
so who you want to
small Division I school.
Who you want to be?
Give me a team that can legitimately play for a national championship. Any one of them schools sweeps. This is the
St. John's.
Stop it. To get to the final 2.
The old St. John's. You're asking me for a school. I'm giving you a garbage school.
Real Chris,
he's not there.
Are you getting this real quick though? My point is that if you go to the last 2, if you go to the championship game in college basketball, you are a big time program. Not 99% of the time, it's big time programs go there. Once in a while, you'll get a little one sneak in, but they're big time programs. My point is that
they actually don't sneak in. They get to the final 4.
Out of the big time programs, I just think he does a great job of getting kids to buy in. Not that others don't. I'm giving the guy his kudos right now because he got there this year. And how many more chances is this guy going to get before he's had health issues? I'm just giving the guy some respect as his career starts to fade away here. I think you guys can respect that, Chris. It's not all about taking shots on here. Sometimes I can give a guy some kudos.
I feel
I don't know why you're getting so defensive.
Oh, man, we're just talking. It's how we talk to each other.
Yeah,
now all of a sudden it's defense.
No, I think
Johnny Cochran.
I think you got a giant thing of lotion sitting behind. I mean, I'm not sure what your agenda is today. I
don't know. We're just talking. That's the agenda.
He puts the lotion in the basket.
My agenda always has been conversation.
It's fine, and we will have an adult beverage and not on air, people, and we will.
They can't see us,
and we'll have a great debate. Absolutely, but I have no problem with Roy Williams. My point was, it's not that he was at those places. That's all I'm saying. Like you were at 2 big places. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes it takes more. To your point, though, sometimes it takes more to deal with those egos. You know what I mean? As much as people want to give Phil Jackson, they want to kill him a little bit for just coaching all-star teams. It's not easy to deal with all those egos too. And then we're talking about pro and college. I mean, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying, it's tough to get all those guys, like you said, to buy into that. So I tell you,
when you're coming out of high school, it might even be worse because you're the guy. Like nobody else is the guy. You come out being that guy, and then have to go somewhere, any big time school, and go somewhere, and then you have to not be that guy. That's a tough transition for a lot of kids when you go from 1 year. Not even 10 months later, you're not the guy anymore.
It's from being the big piece to a piece of the puzzle.
That's it.
Really.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
No, well said.
And Phil, you know what? That might be warranted, those comments about Phil, because the New York Knicks are doing nothing but a nosedive, Phil. So what are you doing? Let's get something done.
You know, sometimes when you're behind the desk, though, it's a little, you know, it could be a little different. You know, and then
I think he might coach, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Because he hasn't had any luck picking a coach yet.
Yeah.
Makes come out and do it himself.
And he might.
All right. So prediction time. A little preview time. Monday night, Carolina, Nova. Whatever one of you boys want to start it off.
Too big, too strong. UNC for me. You know, it's like I say, I think it should be a good tilt. Obviously, I mean, it's a final, so I mean, I don't want to, you know, I wouldn't take a genius to make that statement, but I feel like it's, you know, it's gonna be a good game, and you know, I just think, you know, UNC size will wear them out, and especially if they're all over the glass like they were the other. You know, if they shoot a little bit, if they just shoot decent from three. Yeah, their inside play and they're playing good defense as well too. Like we talked about that at the beginning of the tournament. Like, don't sleep on their D either. You know, and they're getting every call. All right, not saying I'm not being a bitter. No, this has nothing to do with being a bitter beer face. All right, it has nothing to do with last night. But you know, go look at all 6 of those games. They've gotten every call. You know what I mean? They got they're the benefit of, you know, of some shoddy referee play. Yeah,
shocker. Yeah. Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Nova. I think 74-72 Nova on a well-played game. They hit some shots at the end to come back for the win.
I like it.
Listen to me. I like it. No, listen, anything can happen. I mean, they're a legitimate big-time program.
They just won by 44.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a fraud walking in the door. But that being said, I have no time for them to win this. I know, and people out there are going to take freaking shots at me, and I don't give a rat's ass because I'm a realist. And listen, I understand the love you have for college programs, but nobody even at this goddamn table can tell me one compares to the other. Reaching the pinnacle compares to reaching the pinnacle in the big 4 sports. It's not the same. You don't wake up the next morning feeling the same. Even you being a gigantic Syracuse fan, I know that. Okay, Syracuse win the national championship. It's not going to be the same feeling it was like when the Phillies won.
I don't know. It was pretty damn good.
It's better, as great as the Phillies was, Brian.
Close.
Don't you freaking lie! You're such a damn liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm a diehard. I love Syracuse.
That's what I was just going to say.
Shit,
diehard, dude.
If you're invested, if you're in the
freaking invested,
if you're in it. Of course, if you're that guy, you see, you're mad at the guys that are outside. You're mad at the guys.
I'm not mad.
You're mad.
You're agitated. You're agitated.
The guy that was rooting for St. Joe's Temple
exactly.
and Nova.
You're agitated at the guy
you don't like.
Yeah, you're mad at the guy that's looking over the fence like this. All right, and all of a sudden he's wearing his blue undies with a giant V sticking out his butt. All right, and that's no guys that are diehard. That's the same feeling. You know what I mean? Like you said, like if Syracuse wins, we've been fans a long time.
Oh,
dude, let's put it this way for you, when they called Cooney out of bounds, like to the Gonzaga game, and then it showed that he was in bounds, but they said they couldn't change it. I nearly broke my television.
I know you.
A rant of curse words.
Hold on.
That's how invested I'm in the game.
Let's pull back. Let's pull back for a second, because I don't want to be misinterpreted.
I'm saying there's guys like that with Nova. There's guys like that have been invested that are that deep.
10%, Brian.
I don't know.
Maybe 10%. I'll give you 15. I'll give you 15 tops. Because a lot of that action on the book last night are not
little rich pricks.
Go through a goddamn timeline and tell me that half these idiots that are posting Nova last night haven't posted about Nova all year. And the last time they posted was when they got knocked out of the tournament last year. So that's not investment. That's not being invested. You're invested. You guys are invested. That's different. I'm not invested with a program, and that's fine. I love college sports, but I don't have a team. That's fine. But for them people out here that want to act like they should throw a parade and this, listen, let's not. And I'm going to take a shot real quick because
why do you care so much? That's what I don't understand.
See the passion.
Let him have a parade.
The passion. The fire.
Yeah, he's got really
passion.
I think
for anybody who doesn't,
a lot of fire. Yeah, I think it's a misfire.
Because on radio, people, you got to give a description sometimes. I mean, he's veined up. I mean, the neck is popping.
He's not happy. He doesn't like that both of us don't agree.
Forearms are bulging.
Don't like both of you, great. Hold on, real quick. I gotta take a shot though. I'm not that upset about it. I'm making a point. Like, people take me being upset and passionate and conversational as he's so angry and he's gonna smack a small child. It's not that serious. What I'm saying is that
Heads up, Bianca.
we are. This is a major market, a top 5 market, and I'm not saying that the fanhood for college sports isn't real. But I think it's borderline fraudulent from a lot of people because yes, we will look needy if we throw a parade and we go run the streets for Villanova. Can we just hold the phone for a second? And Mike Magri saying become a needy fan base. We are a needy fan base. No, we're not. We're not a needy fan base. We're a typical fan base, like every fan base, right? We want our 4 sports to win, or 4 major sports. Be needy with the 4 major. Don't go being needy and hopping on another wagon because you're going to tell yourself it feels good, and you're going to look in the mirror late at night and say, oh, that one really felt good, because you're lying to yourself in that goddamn mirror because it doesn't feel as good as walking down Broad with the Phils in 08. And anybody out there that wants to challenge that goddamn shit, 856-295-1178 is how you can reach us.
Don't
Facebook,
spit
Twitter,
on me and tell me it's raining.
Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is how you can find us. I hate it. It makes it look like a small market from the South, and I understand Mike saying that we are needy because we haven't won, but my point is we're semi. I sort of agree with him there, but we're being really needy. We're being like that over aggressive girl, right? Like too needy for you. Can't let 24 hours on 24 hours. Got to be right on the chest laying, right? I mean, overly needy. Like where you at? What are you doing? Right? We don't want to be that fan base.
No.
We don't want to be that fan base.
No one likes that person.
We don't want to be the drive-by at 3 a.m, girl. We don't want to be that person.
I mean, isn't it just
grow up, Peter Pan, right, Brian?
Isn't it just another excuse?
Who's this Lauren in your phone?
Right? Isn't it just another excuse to get drunk? I mean, come on. Let's and
That's
party
fine.
and party. Really?
And that's a great time.
But I don't need an excuse to have a good time.
I know, but
Be
some
personal.
people do. Some
Well, that's a shame.
people need a mass. They need a thing.
I know.
They
That's
need
fine.
a
They go to Villanova Mass. They have big
saying?
masses there.
They need that.
Big Catholic school.
They need that New Year's Day parade. They
Bunch of
need
rich
that,
pricks.
Right? I just listen, I think you guys both understand it. It's horse shit. I think it's fraudulent. I think people just want to put stuff out there like, let's go Nova. I get it. But all of a sudden, now they come out of the woodwork. Like, just remember what we are here. Okay? New York City isn't throwing a party if one of their freaking college teams win it all. Right? It's just not happening. Right? All right? LA ain't throwing parties in LA.
If UC Santa Barbara wins it.
It's just not, right? I mean, let's come on down
who's a
south.
good-
If Alabama wins,
in New York, though?
party.
St.
Get
John's.
it.
You know what though? St. John's was St. John's became relevant again at some point ever, and then like made a run. New York would be going nuts. So you're wrong there.
And they're fraudulent then too, which we already know.
It's just the way it is, dude. It's
Going nuts over what though? Do you
because
need
the
a
teams think of-
reason
Yeah, that's
to
what it is.
enjoy
That's
it, though?
exactly why.
Because you need a reason to enjoy and watch. That's what I'm missing.
I
you
don't,
need-
but some people do. It's the casual sports fan.
I see a lot of uncasual sports fans. Little too Nova up for my liking. Okay, you can go casual, and I agree with you for the casual idiot. Yeah, hop on the wagon. But for the diehards, like I try to pride myself in goddamn being and where my blood lies, right? Where my gang affiliations are 4 for 4.
So why does that bother you?
You believe this guy? This guy he's flashing gang signals. He just flashed one on me. I mean, I'm actually fearing for my life here, people.
It's C-Jack all over again. I will get released.
But I mean,
starting tomorrow morning.
Really just
I
about.
just don't understand why it bothers you.
It just does. It's something that sticks in my craw. I just don't like it. What do you want me to tell you? I just think it just irks me. I see, let's go Nova. You don't even.
It's the flavor of the week.
I know.
People just want to associate with winners.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Winning. No, I'm
Win
just
on your
telling
own.
you. I'm just telling you. That's what they want. They be part of something and say like you said, Nova Nation, throw your V's up, whatever, dude. It's just that's what it is. They just get on that train. Everybody loves the train. Look at this. 2 months ago, right? Not the diehard Flyer guys, but just the casual, Flyer fans, or hockey fans. They weren't watching anything. Willie, the guys that, you doing your job, not me, all right? And the guys that, on a happy hockey hour to do a great job for us, guys like that, of course, they're not going to go away. But 2 months ago, nobody was around. Now everybody's all flyed up. They got, orange beer. They got orange undies. I mean, let's go.
They're playing some good puck, though.
They are, absolutely.
They are.
I don't take anything
Fun
away
to
from
watch.
it at all. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I just think it's a little.
But it's
a
very
little
similar.
It's similar and
That's
different in
a
the
pro
same
Well, I
way.
understand
It's
one
the
of your pro
same.
sports.
It's the same. It's similar in what you're saying in terms of sports and people being like semi-fraudulent and coming out of the woodwork. But then The only like little, I don't like it for the Flyers either. The only little thing I say, oh, it's okay, it's a little more okay. It's because it's one of the 4 major sports in the city, and okay, now and that's just how hockey's always been. It's something where I think the majority of the Flyers fan base hops on midway through the season is when they start getting locked in. I think they're always portion for a good amount. I mean, you have your diehard Flyers fans that don't stop watching.
I'm in total agreement with you.
Oh,
Just
feels
because,
feels good. To be back.
Yeah, and he's back. No, but like because I'm so invested in the Eagles that I really don't get into hockey. I mean, I'll watch the occasional game, and I work at night sometimes, so I miss a lot of games. But a weekend game that's on during the day, I'll watch. And but I'm so invested in the Eagles, I don't really pay attention until the Super Bowl. Once February happens, then I'm all fired up.
Yeah,
I try to watch as many as I can, and they've been playing some good puck.
They've been playing some good puck.
Yes,
Listen, I'll let it go. All right. People can, I'm not telling people what they should and shouldn't do.
No,
I'm just telling them the way it should work. If you wanted somebody to tell you what to do, I'm here to tell you the right way and the wrong way of going about your fanhood. I'm just here to help the people. I don't want you to go to a bar and people say stupid shit, and people are just like, this guy, I can't talk sports with this guy. He's an idiot. You know?
Listen, 1,000% agree with you. You know what I mean? There's no reason that the bank, understand the product wasn't what it was at the highest pinnacle. You understand? But there's no reason that the bank should have been empty the last couple of years. If you love baseball, you understand, like, you want to see a winner. I get that. And then people are going to say, well, what the hell am I going to do? I'm going to drag out there, spend all my money, and watch them lose 100 games. If you love the baseball, and if you love the game, and you love them, it's about more than just that. It's about the time. You bring your family, bring your kids, you have fun with your friends.
And who's playing on the other team? You know, if you really love the sport, all that matters.
Exactly. You know, somebody else is pitching. Kershaw might be pitching that night. You know,
I guess he's
going to throw one hitter.
It's
beautiful to watch sometimes.
You don't want to go to Phil.
Maybe we compete and get them.
In 2015, I get it if you didn't want to go see Phil's Braves, right? But I mean, Phil's Dodgers. I mean, there's plenty of teams, tons of teams out there that you could have went down to the ballpark.
You're going to go around 500 at home, so you figure 1 out of 2 times you're going to catch a win.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
you would hope you would go around 500 at home.
You know what? I never have done. I haven't gave my prediction through all that nonsense.
No, you haven't.
By the way,
I think we know where you're going.
I got to give a score, too. I'm sorry. I'm going to go 81-74 UNC.
And you got 74-72 Nova, Wells.
Correct.
And we are going commercial-free today.
Commando.
Fantastic. Sunday special.
Commando, and that is brought to you by
Commando.
Radio Commando.
A great place you can actually watch the game Monday night, the Philly Sports Bar, 31 South Black Horse Pike, Runnymede, New Jersey, 856-939-4322. On the web, phillydiner.com. Listen, I think when you shoot that well, it's going to come down a little bit. They're not going to shoot 71% against Carolina Monday night. I just can't. If that happens, I'm misguided. But because I don't want Nova to win, something tells me this is the way my luck goes, that they'll end up winning this somehow. But I'm still going UNC. I'm still going with the team I think from day one, and most of us thought, I'm not a genius for thinking this, that they're the best team in the tournament. I thought they were the real number 1 seed from the get-go. Like Sweep said, bigs who can go, we talked about it week in and week out, but Sweep said big guys who can defend. And the great part about it, we talk about guards who can defend bigs who can defend guards. They stretch the floor so well. They pass so well. They're unselfish. Their offensive rebounding puts big teams to bed. This is a small Villanova team. And like you said, one guy, 6'11", a small team. If Nova's got to shoot 70% or higher to win this basketball game, period.
They D up, which you keep them in the game, but
60,
they have
65.
to. They have to hit the glass. Nova. That's their only chance. If they get boarded on, which North Carolina does, they've done the last 2 games for sure against Notre Dame and Syracuse, ripped them apart on the offensive boards. If that happens, Nova's in big trouble.
This is Nova.
They better hope they hit a bunch of threes.
You got to keep them off the offensive glass, and they got to win the turnover battle. And then, like Tommy said, you got to shoot. Maybe not 71%.
Yeah, I'm not saying they'll win by 30.
You got to shoot well.
I was going to say 65.
You got to shoot 55% at least. I think you got to hit at least 8 threes.
The reason I disagree with it in this game, I think you got to be in the 60s. Okay, because they get so many easy baskets. Carolina, they get so many easy baskets. And you got to be able to shoot it down the other end. And because you're so small, and I think they're going to get even more easier baskets inside, you better shoot it at a high percent down the other end to stay in that game. Because Carolina is another team who can put up 90 on you. Both teams can do it to
I
you.
was just gonna say, if you're going in the 60s, that's trending towards Nova. Because if you muck it up, that's recipe for a dub.
That's the
right?
only way-
They would want it to be mucked up.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't want North Carolina running.
No,
that's like,
absolutely.
like
Oh no,
the
I'm
biggest
talking about shooting percentage.
Oh, my fault.
No, that's okay. But still, Carolina. I mean,
But-
Nova probably won it in that area.
Nova would want it to be lower than Carolina would want it. I'll tell you that. It's like when Syracuse sped Carolina up last night. You see it worked against Virginia with the press. Carolina wants to go fast. Let's go right down and dunk on you. Boom, boom, boom,
Well,
boom.
it's funny. Both teams in this game
It was like
Monday
6
night.
straight. They broke the press like 3 straight times. I was like, geez, and crackers. I mean, that was,
You're gonna stop
that was
pressing,
one pass, and a dunk.
Dunk, yeah. Well, the great thing about Monday, which makes it fun, is both teams up tempo. Both teams want to run you, and both teams good defensively. But what happens when you run so much is I think you have brain farts and brain cramps on defense, and you give up some easier baskets than a lot of teams do that don't run as much. I just think when you run a lot, you have guys out of position sometimes. So both teams can give up some points, but both teams good defensively.
Oh yeah,
too.
to me, it's the Warriors blueprint. The Warriors love to run, right? But under Steve Kerr, play great defense, and they're now, doing what they've done these last 2 years because they can defend.
Yeah, just enough. Right, good enough. They defend good enough to be able to win basketball games.
I'll throw something else at you now. Does this matter at all? I mean, maybe just because I took Nova, I want to think it does maybe a little bit, but Carolina's had kind of an easy road, really, amazingly to say, to the championship game. I mean, Syracuse, as much as I love them, they're a 10 seed. They did lose 13 games this year.
Agreed.
Okay. Then they had Notre Dame, who was a 6 seed?
13 threes against Indiana, and every call and 13 threes.
Yeah, and
so
Indiana can play, but and I mean,
it wasn't tight. That's to your point.
None of these games were like Villanova's beating Kansas, who everyone thought was the best team going in.
Can they win a close game? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if Nova comes and punches them in the mouth, they're gonna respond. What if Nova goes up 10? Yeah. Early, bunch of good shots. Like, do they fall apart?
I love what you're saying. I love where your head's at because in our favorite sport, can they win a 1-0, 2-1 game? You know what I mean? Some guys get out coached. In a close game, they can only they can't. The game starts to the collar starts to get tight. You know what I mean? You start to feel the heat. Everything speeds up around you. So we'll see. I agree.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. You're right. I mean, they haven't, not the craziest run to the championship game that I've seen, but
well, they didn't have to play Michigan State or all the teams you thought they might play. Michigan State, Virginia.
Isn't that the point of
West Virginia, Xavier?
Isn't that sort of what the committee goes?
Yeah, well, that's what
exactly being one of the
first
top
off,
one seeds, right?
They love like Syracuse running to the Final Four. They love when a high seed does that because it creates. Everyone loves the upset. Everyone loves the upset.
Yep. I just
don't.
A
ton this year.
I see a chance. That's my blueprint on where I think they got to shoot in the 60s. Nova, like you said, sweeps. I completely agree. They got to pound the glass. Nova, but I just think UNC's too big, too strong, too physical, too athletic. Just everything. I mean, but again, we see an 85 against Georgetown. Nova against Georgetown went up against the big boy.
I think they shot. What did they shoot, like 76% in that game? Because they said Nova yesterday shot 71%, and it said it was the 4th highest ever, 3rd highest ever, and I think the highest was them in the championship in '85.
Well, that's the recipe,
which is crazy.
That's the recipe. If they shoot the light.
That was against what? That was against
Georgetown.
With Ewing, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. If they shoot the lights down there in the 7, if they're shooting 70% from the field, Carolina,
you beat everybody.
Yeah,
70% from the field.
But I think if you're in the 60s, even low 60s, they're in good shape.
Oh, real good shape.
Real good shape. Because I think Carolina is going to shoot somewhere in the 50s, 60s too. But so it evens it out a little bit. But we'll see. I just think they're going to really beat them up inside, which is scary if I'm a Nova fan.
Well, that's the number one thing that you have to worry about. Is guys getting in foul trouble because they're going to just draw fouls inside like they did against Syracuse. Everybody was in foul trouble. And just getting pounded on the glass.
Yeah.
Pounded.
Seriously. Yeah, it's not even close. I mean, incredible. Second chance. I mean, the more
crazy.
Second chances you give them. I mean, how many times they're going to get a tip. They got tip-ins. They got everything.
They get everything.
Besides Roberson and, there's just nobody else, that was that active or that kind of motor.
Nobody doesn't really have a boarder like Roberson either. We have a guy that can really board too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's a high motor guy and just a guy that
he got some boards,
takes pride in it. Yeah, no.
But yeah, it was just a domination.
Yeah.
All right, so we got me and Sweeps got UNC. I didn't give a score. Let's go 76-68 UNC.
Okay.
Some free throws at the end, just extend that lead a little bit. That's all. I think it's a close game. I just think down the stretch they got to foul. They're going to have to foul at the end, which you'll do in a national championship game, obviously. To the very end, you'll continue to foul. And I think it adds a couple on to the end, to the score there. If you're just joining us, that's our Twitter, Facebook question. Who do you got? Nova Carolina. You can vote there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, ATD Rays. I can find us. Get on the phone lines, 856-295-1178. We are going commercial free. And what we want to do right now, the top individual performance in the Final Four.
Just to add on, before we get to that, just to let everybody know, of course, that's why we're the best in the business. The big fella, dead on, 78%, 1985 against Georgetown. 78%.
Isn't that crazy?
78%.
78%. You didn't miss.
That's how you're an 8 seed and win the title, right? Or 9? Were they 8 or 9?
Yeah. 66-64 final. Wow.
And it was still close.
Yeah. That's what I mean. 5 for 7s, 4 for 6s, and they just spread it around. But, Georgetown shot 54%. Crazy.
All right, so the best individual performance in a Final Four, and that is brought to you by Obi's Catering, changing the world one dish at a time. Contact Chris O'Brien, 856-534-8410. You can follow him on Facebook at Catering by Obi's. And there's a big list here that Sweets put together last night. You got Melo for Syracuse versus Texas, 33 points, 14 boards. And Marcus Camby, 1996 UMass versus Kentucky, 25 points, 8 boards, 6 blocks. Derrick Rose for the 08 Memphis team versus UCLA, 25 points, 9 boards, 4 assists. Elton Brand for Duke versus Michigan State, 18 points, 15 boards. Or C. Webb, 93 Michigan team versus Kentucky, 27 points, 13 boards.
And I did add one because Camby lost. So shame on Sweeps for, great performance. They lost that game. All right, so shame on Sweeps. Do your homework. I mean, you should be on our list if you didn't win the game. All right, so I apologize for that. So I'm going to add Bobby Hurley. Bobby Hurley, 1992 against Indiana, 26 points, 4 6, 6 threes on a night when Leitner only had 8. All right, and yes, it was that same year of the shot.
Well, you guys can start this off first on who your best individual performance is, and I have a slight feeling I know where you boys are going.
Well, I mean, yeah, that could be. I'm not going to take that away from the big fellow. I've narrowed it down to 2.
I'm actually not going to go. You want to know what's crazy? I'm not going to go him 1.
I took it, and I'm going to take Camby out of there because they lost. All right, I'm going to land on Hurley because for me it's Hurley or Carmelo because they won it all. You understand? Like it doesn't mean that those other guys didn't have great performances to get their team to the final game. You know what I mean? But just push it over the edge. Push it over the edge. I'm all about winning. I'm going to go Bobby Hurley in 1992.
Nice.
Number 1?
Yeah.
Well,
if you want me to make a list, then I will. I'm sorry.
Well, no,
go ahead. I'm just,
I definitely have Melo would be in my top 5 as well. Leitner 91 would probably be in my top 5. He had 27, and he hit the last 2 foul shots. That was to stop the UNLV's 45 game win streak.
Wow, they hammered them in 1990, right?
Yeah,
and
UNLV smoked them in 90. Yeah, and then 91 in the Final Four. Leitner made the final 2 foul shots for them to win the game by 2. He scored 27 and went 12-12 from the foul line. I'd probably have him. I'll say 4 for him. Danny Manning would be 3. 1988, 25 points, 10 boards, 4 steals, 6 block shots. He was a monster that year, Manning. Yep. And then I'd have Melo 2, and number 1 for me would be Magic, 79, Michigan State, second triple-double in Final Four history, leading Michigan State with 29 points, 10 boards, 10 assists. Yeah, we originally keep it at like the 25 years, but I like your info. I like your info. And I like where your head's at, and it's good to get those old timers. There's epic performances, absolutely. So you got a lot.
You can go back to Isaiah in 81 against Carolina. You got Ed O'Bannon in 95 right, for UCLA.
Yeah, I kind of stayed away from the frauds, but I'm with you.
I agree. I'm just giving, I'll give you a list. He's a big time fraud. Eddie. Where's Charles? Where's Charles at? Where's Charles? Anybody see Charles around? Steve Alford, Indiana, 87, and obviously this is a list right here. Right? You got Carmelo, obviously Syracuse, Glenn Rice, 89 Michigan.
Glenn Rice could shoot.
All right, 28 points. An 83-81 win over Illinois. Donald Williams, UNC, 93. Going 10 for 14 from three-point range over 2 games. We got Laettner, 91, like Will said. Magic, like Will said. Purvis Ellison.
Nervous.
Purvis. As a freshman, led him to a title game.
That's what Derrick Rose and Carmelo was.
And then Danny, and then Manny. And then obviously like Rose. We talk about Rose and who else do we have on that list? So Wills gave his sweeps. Ellen Brand. We talked about Chris Webber or other names.
Yeah,
Tons of big time performances.
I would probably go Hurley, Mello, Weber, D Rose. From my list, D Rose, and then Brandt. Because Brandt was 18 and 15. Against Michigan State, tremendous performance. Just ran into a UConn juggernaut led by Emeka Okafor. An absolute monster that year.
He was a
that
monster.
Tournament, yeah, he just
Well, I love C-Web. Forget take time out of it. I mean, the guy what that whole team did for college basketball, like reshaped it. And the Fab Five, we all know that. I mean, doesn't take geniuses to get that. But just the way, I mean, he was a different kind of player in college. I mean, he was special. C-Web was special. We forget that now because it's funny because when he came here to the Sixers at the end of his career, guy couldn't jump anymore. He's at the end of his career, and a lot of people sort of remember him for that and forget about how good of a player he was, or he's remembered for the timeout.
Physical
yeah, exactly. I mean,
he's remembered for the wrong
handle.
thing.
He would bring it up sometimes. Yeah, that's how he got in trouble. He dribbled in the corner and was like, timeout. Right?
Dude, he used to throw those crazy bounce passes where he would throw it like over here and it would bounce. He would put so much spin on it, it would bounce to the side, like up to people. Oh, dude. He threw some sick bounce passes in Sacramento.
No doubt about it.
My favorite run. I mean, I could put them in order, but my favorite one, it always has been the Mello one. I think it's sort of where you start to get even more locked into the tournament.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go back to the Mello one.
And just watch it with his freshmen doing.
He was awesome.
Like I said, a lot of it had to do with him.
Texas team.
The one had to do with
we ripped them apart too. It was awesome.
A lot of me getting
33 and 14 against Texas.
Yeah, a lot of me getting involved and watching and getting involved in that was because of Wells. Being a Syracuse fan and not having like a team. So you got locked into this freshman. Just couldn't miss. Just a special player, and that one's something I always remember. I always remember his run.
Oh yeah, I mean, but just to close out by work. Because I mean, Heinrich's in the corner. You're like, oh no, just like Willie said, this year when the Gonzaga shot went up, you're like, oh no, that's going.
Yeah.
And Leiden got it this year, and Warwick just closed out and got it that year. And you're
it was a great block.
Yes, sir.
Monster block. Yeah. Always like to keep Warwick a little bit too.
He had some good years in the pros.
Yeah, just athletic guy.
Good player. He probably played 8 to 10 years in the pros.
Yeah,
get some cash from it.
Good paycheck.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a good paycheck.
Never put any.
There were some great guys in that. McNamara had a phenomenal title game.
Yes, he did.
He had 7 threes.
Yep. Yes, he did.
So let's get into a little baseball here.
Let's do it.
All right, MLB opening night tonight, opening day tomorrow.
So who opens tonight? Cubs, Mets? Is that who it is?
That's tonight. Right now, at 1:05, we got Cardinals, Pirates.
Oh, there's a game at 1:05?
Yes, 4:05, Toronto, Tampa Bay. And Povia's Mets against the Royals at 8:37.
Wait, there's 3 games today?
Yeah, 3. Fantastic, brother.
Really?
Triple header.
Is this the first time they've ever done that? Isn't it always just Sunday night?
Yeah, Rob.
I love this.
Rob Manfred's trying.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, Rob.
Hey, that's it. It's a check in a positive column from Brian.
I came in, I was recovering from the Q's loss, which, like we said, it's a great run, so it wasn't that much of a dagger. But then, they have the Redbirds on at 1:05. I was bouncing around this morning.
A little bounce in your step.
I was carrying Bianca around, had a little bounce in me.
MLB Conversation brought to you by Scanzano Sports Center, 856-889-3434 on the web, scanzanosports.com. So we went over a little predictions. Did we go over predictions last week?
I don't think so.
Did we run through
For what?
divisions?
Oh no, a while ago.
We did it a while ago.
Oh, yeah, we can take a little peek at the divisions.
Sure.
We do whatever we want to do.
Give a little front
It's our
runners
world,
now.
right?
Well, we do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah,
to do.
exactly.
Shit, we'll stay here all day.
Commercial
24
free.
commercial free 24-hour radio here.
That's AKA
No, we
do
won't.
what we
Well, let me
want.
ask you this, guys. Let me ask you guys this one to start it off. Okay, who's your sleeper this year? Like, give me a kid. You think that almost that Hanley Ramirez effect back when Hanley was came out of nowhere for the Marlins that year. You know, is there a kid out there that you think?
What do you mean, like that young now? Can he already be in the league or no?
It can be.
Just
I wanted to
not
be
a
a
lot?
rookie. I just wanted to be like a rookie, or he's played like a little bit 1 year
Okay.
and has a really monster. Because you remember that year. I always remember that year where Hanley with the Marlins, you know, they came out of nowhere and he just raked that like
there's a
340 year.
Love the question. For me, it's going to be Francisco Lindor. I think he takes the next step. He takes the next step, you know, to stardom. If you know what I mean, and on a good Indian club that we're feeling that you know with that staff, we're really, you know, there's some big things, expecting some big things, even though they're in a tough division. Anytime you're in there with the Royals, but we expect some big things from the Indians, and I believe that guy's, you know, the catalyst.
I hate your guts. I thought I was going with Lindor. Lindor's my guy. I love Francisco Lindor. He is going to be a stud. I totally agree with you. I can't believe he went right there with him. I was flying with it. He got right in front. No, but I mean, I got some other guys, but
you're the man.
see, I don't know. I'm that crazy on Buxton. Everyone loves Buxton, but no, he didn't show me a lot last year when he was up for a little while.
Yeah, I feel like Tom always hits it on the head. It's like, you know, how many years are you going to be at the top of the list, Byron, before you either figure it out or go sell cars? Do something, you know what I mean? Like, you can't keep dominating AAA, my friend.
Really? I got a kid that I like a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't thought you went.
I didn't give one. Well, I mean, I do love Lindor, but I'm going to give one. I'm going to go. He's not up yet. I think he'll be up early June when they do that whole, you know, cutoff thing.
Can I try to guess who you're going to name?
Yeah, go.
Urias?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Tyler Glasnow, his name is. He's
Pirates,
a pitcher for the Pirates. He's like 6'8", power,
Big time.
power arm monster. Like Drew's all over him with me. Me and the D's like him. We just drafted him in our fantasy league.
No, him and Jameson Talon. You know, they go with Cole. Let's say he went for a long time. So we'll see.
So,
Now shortstops are, you know, coming back in here strong, right? In the baseball game.
Yeah, well,
you know?
Correa's a monster.
Here you go with all the shortstops, and I got another one for you that I think is a big time sleeper this year. And now keep in mind this guy had 219 at bats last year, so he played a little bit last year, but he played for the Mariners. Ketel Marte. Take a look at him a little bit. He's going to be a shortstop for the Mariners out of Dominican Republic. He's 22 years old. He plays short and second. And kid stole a ton of bases in the minors. His last year in AAA was last year, and he batted .314. Let's see, he sold 20 bags, 3 triples. I mean, the guy's a speedster, but hits for a lot of contact, obviously. And I just like him. I think he can really fit that lineup. I think that can, you know, having Cano next to him maybe helps this kid out a little bit. But I think this kid can sort of come out of nowhere and bat in the threes. This guy could bat 315, 320 this year easily and help the Mariners out big time.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Just a real sleeper on that one.
I don't disagree with it. I mean, we'll see. I mean, yeah, 22 years old, young buck, man. That's a
He's taking a shot.
Young man.
Taking a shot in the dark.
He's gonna have to steal. He's gonna have to swipe some bases, though, just like you said. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to, you know, he's gonna have to do his thing. You know, he's not gonna hit. You know, he's not gonna hit you 20.
No, he's got to be a guy who steals 40, 45 for you.
Be the guy. Be one of the pieces, like Willie talked about earlier. A piece of the puzzle. You know, you don't have to be the puzzle.
No, you don't have to be the puzzle. You don't have to be the puzzle at all.
No,
You gotta be a part.
Yep.
All right, let's start in the NL West. Wilson, you sleeping?
No, I'm awake.
All right, good to have you.
What? I'm right here.
All right, starting NL West.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, no response. I gave you a name, and there was 0 response out of you.
Who could tell Marte?
Yeah.
I don't know much about him.
All right, you could have said that.
You brought him up the other day, and I was like, I don't even know who the guy is.
All right.
And you know what? I scooped him in fantasy
Good.
because me and Drew made a Lindor got picked right in front of us, and I said, we're waiting on a shortstop. And then they all went, and I was like, So we took J-Roll in the 24th round.
Nice.
So we only have J-Roll. So I was like, you know what? I'll scoop that Marte kid. Jorge Soler stinks. I'll cut him. He's hit like 148 in spring. See ya, Jorge.
And way to get it done.
Hip, hip, Jorge. See ya. No, but I go NL West. It's a giant year again, man. It's crazy.
It's an even year.
It's crazy, and I think Cueto and Samardzija will both throw well. They just always seem to have guys throw well for them when they get them. Like Peavy came back out of nowhere, throwing well. Cueto back in the NL, he'll throw well. Samardzija will throw well. San Fran wins the NL West.
I can't disagree with that one.
Exactly.
Much as I want to.
I mean, anytime you got Kershaw, you can have that argument. The sleeper that we thought suffered a monster blow the other night. So, even if we thought they were going to get out their slingshot and do some things because they made some moves, with Greinke and Miller, you lose a big piece of that lineup. Forget about it.
Pollock's huge.
Pollock's huge.
And not even lineup. He's a gold defender.
And you traded
and a big center field and a big park.
Carte or whatever his name was for Miller. He was in the Miller trade. He's a guy you could have moved over there had he still been here. And hope not to miss a giant beat. Now, you got to see where they're going to go from here. But that's monstrous right there. But I'm with Willie. I mean, Dave Righetti does a good job. As much as I don't like those two guys. Cueto's back in the NL where he belongs. Samardzija's been stealing money for a long time, but they'll do it. They do enough. Bochy, the ex-catcher, just a great job with the staff, and great job with his bullpen over the years. It's an even year. All right, so I think Panic's back, a healthy Panic. Crawford's taking that next step. I wish he would wash his hair, but he's tremendous shortstop.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. He's turned into a really good player. He can hit now.
Gone healthy again.
Yeah. I mean, and anytime he got,
I think Hunter has a big year.
Yeah. And anytime he got Buster, he got a shot. So
Buster. You can argue that Buster's the best player in the game. That I was thinking about that the other day. You really can. Since he's came in, they've won 3 titles. The dude controls the pitching staff. He's the best. If you just look at catchers, he's by far the best at his position, maybe than in any other position in the league. He's the best catcher. He throws out 45% of his runners. He's the best hitting catcher by far. He might be the best player in baseball.
Yeah. No, I mean,
he's right there.
It's a great argument.
No, it's excellent. It almost, you feel like you would feel like that he plays for the Spurs. Oh, no. Great salesman right there. Tremendous job right there. I'm in.
Where's my vote?
I'm in. But I mean, he feels like he would play for the Spurs.
The Giants have that feel, right?
Those guys get no respect. They're boring.
Don't the Giants have that feel, right? That Spurs feel?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why.
No, I know.
I don't know why.
But yeah, I mean,
maybe because a group of people that live in San Fran. I don't know.
Wow. You're going umbrellas and drinks?
We're just talking.
I wasn't sure whether that was going. Was that going bathhouse or Asian? I wasn't sure where that was heading.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Both.
we got to drop out. We got a commercial. Brought to you by.
Well, and that ridiculous.
Brought to you by rainbows, rainbows and elephants. Here we go.
Rainbows and elephants.
Add your bumper sticker on your car. No, I will not drive by you and give you the finger. I will also not wait.
You too is what we got a 3-headed monster with the Giants. Is that what?
Yeah, we're right there. Then you go to the Central, and this is a cluster. You know what? The Central. I mean, just
the NL Central is so tough. It's amazingly tough.
It's because I'm gonna keep going until they win something. Let me go with the Pirates. I mean, I don't know. Every year feels like this. I mean, they win 90 freaking games a year, and they're that Nova stench to them, right? Always knocked out early. Always knocked out early. It's the year Pittsburgh at least wins a playoff series.
I mean, they had to do that poor playing game, and they had to face Arrieta.
They always something.
I know.
And they'll have it at home, and it'll be freezing in Pittsburgh, and they can't hit worth a lick.
It's a Harry Carey year.
The Cubs.
I know it should be the Cubs, but Pittsburgh's loaded.
The Cubs.
I think the Cubs.
Cubs win.
Cubs win.
Could it be?
If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself?
If I was a Cubs,
I'd smother myself in mustard or relish. I'd be delicious.
Oh man, like we talked about a month ago. It's a Cubby year, and if it isn't, wow. I mean, shame on you. And then they'll find another another superstition, like, the popcorn, it'll be the popcorn guy's fault. The guy wasn't, I mean, do you really pop that popcorn that way? I mean, we lost this way or something. So if they don't win, it'll be something, but
Maybe they
all roads
Wrigley.
point to it. Yeah. All roads point to it. I mean, they went out and we know Theo's a winner. So, and he brought in Joe and here we go.
Harry Carey here. It's the Cubs year, everybody.
I just
Celebrate with a nice cold Budweiser.
Yeah, I'm just gonna need to see Arrieta do it. Again.
I think
maybe not that epic.
Year.
Maybe not that
epic.
I understand that.
Greatest second half ever,
yeah,
probably.
Exactly. But I need you to show me, that it wasn't, 1 year. Even though, we know that he's pitched better since he got to Chicago. He was pitching better. I mean, it wasn't like, that was just, the year he had. The year he had was insane. But
he's a stud. I think the Cubs, like you said, it's theirs. Like, really, you've done so much. You've brought so much in. Like, what? You got to win it. You got to be there. You got to get there.
Yeah.
The fan is the talk about us. The Cubs. Oh, Cubs fans have been. They got to be. If they have a bad year, Cubs fans are going to kill themselves.
Oh, dude. I mean, the last.
They've been waiting so long.
The last time they won, there was no zippers and no sliced bread. It was unbelievable.
I was going to go.
And that's from the worldwide leader of idiots. I was just, I stopped on it, and then the guy was talking about it. I went, holy cow. And then the lady goes, yeah, it was like 1913 the zipper was made.
Wow.
Well, you figured there was no, there was dirt roads everywhere. Maybe a Model T car only.
Oh, yeah. Couple horse and buggies.
Couple horse and buggies out there. Jesus.
Real tough traveling. They're the dog days of summer.
Yeah.
That's a tough racket.
You boys both got the Cubs, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll go to the NL East. I got the Nationals this year. As much as I hate them.
Oh, do I?
I just think, listen.
Yeah, they might be really. He might, and I know we don't like him.
I just think that when you, and I got in this argument the other day, okay, and there's no comparison. Okay, Daniel Murphy is a career 288 hitter. Okay, he is who he is. The guy's not who he was in that playoff run, but he's a solid player. And for the Nationals to have a contact guy in their lineup who can bat at 280, I think it's a really good addition for them. And I don't think it's compared to when they brought in Werth, like we talked about the other night. So if you heard me talking about this, Werth had to come in and beat a guy, right? When he signed that deal, he got big time money.
It's a monster.
Daniel Murphy needs to come in and just play a role for this team.
He needs to get on base in front of Harper. That's it.
Yep.
I mean, look at the last year. The dude hit 335 with 40 bombs and didn't have 100 RBIs because no one's on base. That's all it was.
Solo cups. Red Solo cups.
And I mean, the dude, as much as it was, I kind of like him a little bit.
I don't know if there's.
I don't like. He is a punk though, Harper, but he is. I mean, the dude's ceiling is so high.
Oh yeah,
he might hit 50. He might hit 330 with 50.
The talent's off the charts. He's an absolute moron. But I don't think there's two teams that I hate more than the Nationals or the Mets. I mean, just
the worst.
It happens to be
the worst.
Toughest thing to pick in my life.
That's why I'm not. Listen, I will not pick the Mets. And I love people say that they hate the Nationals more. I don't know where you are. I don't know where you are in life that you hate the Nationals more than the Mets. Seriously, because the Mets are crumbs. They're crumb of the earth. I hate the Mets. I don't like the Mets fans. That's right, Pove. Wish you were here. I'll tell it to your face.
To wear this venom.
I hate the Mets. I hate North Jersey. It's a cesspool. It might as well be New York. It's a disgrace. I hate it. I hate everything about New York. I will never root for the Mets. I hope all three of those pitchers run into each other tomorrow in practice and all get Tommy John surgery.
They all run into each other and all have to get Tommy John. That is freaking phenomenal.
I don't like the Mets one bit, and so I'm going to take the Nationals because I can't take the Phillies because they're not good enough, and the Braves are worse than the Phillies.
And the Marlins don't have enough.
No, they don't.
No,
but they need Jose and Mike to be really good, and his name's Mike, not Giancarlo.
Yeah,
knock it off.
Yeah.
Well, if Stanton's healthy, they're going to compete in this division, I think.
Well, Jose and Stanton, then.
And I like Azuna a lot, and Christian Yelich gets better and better.
Yelich is a good player.
They got a good team. I mean,
before Pollock got hurt, we had the Marlins and
Arizona were two.
Marlins and D-backs were the middle of the way.
Right.
We got seven. We got seven poopy NLs. Maybe 6 90 team 90 plus winners.
You say
and then
poopy a lot now.
Two guys.
You stuck out in the sail with the baby.
Yeah.
Poopy starts coming out.
Two in the middle. It was like seven horrible, 6 90 plus winners possibly, and then the 2 in the middle. And
they can go either way.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Teetering.
That's spot on. They were really our 2 teams where we're like, these could be 2 teams that become dangerous. Out of every, Colorado's not dangerous. San Diego's not dangerous. We know the Dodgers are good. We know the Cubs are good. We know Pittsburgh's good. We know St. Louis is good. We know the Mets and Washington are good. So
San Fran, all them, yeah.
So it was like, all right, well, who could be the sleepers? And they were the 2. Miami still can be a sleeper, and they're in the division to be able to be one too, because you can beat up on, the lower part of your division are 70-win teams.
Yeah. So you would hope that you can beat up on the Phillies and Braves.
Now the Phillies come in last place in the East.
No. And I still think they could lose 100 games. I think they're going to be around that.
You think they go 100 and the Braves lose 101?
The Braves are worse, dude.
Yeah, the Braves are worse.
Braves are worse. The Braves are awful.
Yeah.
They should discontinue their franchise.
I agree with that.
And
The Phillies had a good spring training.
Can they wait until they build
people
this
need
new
to relax
stadium?
a little bit. people
No,
are so excited.
Listen to me.
Calm down.
I love Miguel Franco, but someone just took him in fantasy in the 4th round the other night, and I was blown away. I said, "Did you?" I love me some Miguel Franco, and he's just jacked his 9th the other day, cranked it, dude. No one even sit in double deck, monster shot. But let's settle down. Or is he a top 40 player in this league right now?
Yeah, I'm hearing people talk 500.
Let's relax.
No.
People are talking 500.
And we always talk about protection. I'm not going to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I mean, we always talk about protection. So even if he was that top 40 guy, sooner or later, somebody say, they suck on these 3 slide pieces.
Yeah.
And I'll pitch you the next.
Next
stiff.
This is where I think is going to help him. I think at some point Herrera is going to bat 3, Franco's going to bat 4, Howard's going to bat 5, or Ruff. However they decide to run that shit. But I think they're going to put Herrera closer to Franco. But the conversation is about Herrera, not Howard.
No.
Okay?
No, I was
Goddamn idiot.
No one's even said a word.
I was shaking my head.
No, him.
No one even said a word.
I know about you. We're locked in. I know you.
I didn't even say a word.
I heard Ruff, and it was like nails on a chalk.
I hate Ruff. I'm just saying that's their platoon. I don't like it one freaking bit. That's their freaking platoon. But the point is, Herrera is. There's gonna be a lot of times. I think Hernandez is gonna bat a lot of leadoffs. Hernandez, I think, is gonna bat a lot of leadoff, which I think Herrera is gonna bat a lot of 3. All right, and I think batting 3 is going to give some of that protection to Franco a little bit.
I'm not putting you on the spot.
It's a great question.
Borges?
Yeah, good answer.
That's what I was going to go
Hernandez, Borges.
I think you probably read
Herrera, Franco.
I think you probably read her off leading off Borges, but I think Herrera can do. Not Herrera. Excuse me, Hernandez does a little more with the bat.
Handle a little better. But that's what McCannon's thinking. I don't know. I mean, it could. You know how he changes lineup a lot, which I like. Mm-hmm. But that's one route that he can go.
I got no time for Galveston anyway.
Because your 2 best players are Herrera and Franco. So you want to try to get them in the lineup somewhere around each other. I mean, Herrera's a walking 300 this year, and you see. I think
so.
The guy added a little more pop to his game. He was a double machine last year. I think he adds a little more home runs. Maybe he can hit you 15. Nothing like crazy. I think he hit you 15. I think the guy bats you 310, 315. The guy, if he was in a better lineup, could compete for a batting title. That's how well he handles the bat, in my opinion.
Wow. That's a bold statement, Cotton.
If he was in a better,
that's a bold statement, Cotton.
Christmas.
All right. The guy could, if he was in a better lineup, compete for a batting title.
Wow. He's calling you an idiot. That's bold. Wow.
His first year, I seen this guy hit his balance, his adjustments. I mean, listen, you gotta. I mean, I really paid attention to this guy. I'm making bold statements, but this is from paying attention and doing a little bit of my goddamn homework. I think his adjustments are phenomenal. Listen, you're gonna hit somewhere your rookie year where you hit a wall. The guy didn't wall it. And anytime he hit a wall or he went through a bad stretch, he rebounded really well. And that's got to give credit to the kid. Oh, yeah. As coming in, obviously, we know we don't speak a lick of English, but to be able to make adjustments in your first year in the big leagues, I think he gained even more confidence. The way I see him approach his at-bats now, listen, this guy's got the makings of a stud. I mean, watch his at-bats. Like, just watch him. Watch his swings. You can tell when you think guy's got it figured out at the plate. And, like, he missed a ball the other night, like, just fouled it off. And just his reaction to it. Just his reaction to like missing pitches where I feel like he's on everything. Like I feel like he just misses everything when he misses something.
Oh, I don't think
I just it's a bold statement, but I think this guy can at least hit over 300 this year in this lineup with 15 homers.
No, the only reason I say it's a bold statement is because 340 to 350 will win you a batting title. So is he that kind of guy?
Not nowadays. Guy's been winning batting titles at 320. Ben Revere was second in the batting title, batted 315 2 years ago.
Well, Harper hit over 330 last year.
I know, but you can have it.
But I think there was somebody else too that was right there, wasn't there? Goldschmidt.
Well, keep in mind, I said
on a different lineup.
In a different lineup, but I said he's a 300 hitter in this lineup.
Yeah.
And as his team gets better, I think that's where we can maybe see one day Herrera win a batting title. Maybe I should rephrase it then. I think at some point this kid can win a batting title. Better?
Yeah,
good.
Absolutely.
We did put that one the best of.
How about
full circled and still got back and got it right.
Got his point.
I got it right.
Yeah, he just reshuffled his words.
Reshuffled, like McCann on the lineup.
Yeah,
I got a question. So who's everyone's first pick of like one of the kids that'll be up?
Hold on, we're jumping. Are we giving any more predictions for the rest of baseball?
You can do the other side.
Or you just want to go Phil's right now?
We should probably do AL.
All right, keep that.
Okay.
West, AL West.
Well, we were talking NL East. So.
I know. I want it because we're going to talk Phil's. So
I got you.
Whatever. I can still read it. We continue talking about it how we want to. Whatever we're talking about, brought to you by Harry's Contracting. For professional home improvement, give Harry Ernst a call. 609-6386-336. Email him, harryscontractingimprovements@gmail.com. Yeah, we'll talk about whatever hell we want to talk about. We want to stay Phil, that's fine. What was your question?
No, we're good. Well, I was just going to say, who's the first guy you think is up and playing every day? Like, not just like, up for a cup of coffee.
I think it's still Williams.
Knapp.
I think Williams because of the outfield.
My God, I hope it's Knapp.
I
hope it's Knapp.
I hope it's Knapp too.
I love Knapp's bat. He can swing a stick. I think it's going to be Crawford.
I was thinking Crawford, but
I think Crawford's up by June.
I hope it's Crawford, but I think putting him in Double-A maybe they wait a little bit longer. Maybe they wait till. But I always thought he was up in June. I think somebody's up.
How about Thompson?
Andrew, I think Morgan's your first guy up, so then it would take another one. Because I think even if he's lights out, they're not going to bring him up, which drives me crazy. He was lights out last year. That's a great name, though. As your first young arm up, that's it. Take Morgan out of the equation. As the next guy up, it's Thompson, in my opinion.
Appel might be up too.
Good. He's got to get it right, though. He's got to get it right to be up. But I think it's Williams just because of the outfield situation, because you have Galvis, and for the time being, for this period, they can get the kid at bats. Get him a little more ready.
And Altier's
I know he stinks.
Altier's out 4 months, right?
Yeah, Altier is out. Yeah.
And one of them outfielders goes down. And I know they bought Venable because maybe they don't think
Quinn's ready.
Quinn's ready. They're both ready. They both listen. If my outfield were right now, Herrera, Quinn, Williams, let's go play baseball. Right? I mean,
well, they're going to play Borges.
No question.
Borges is a plus outfielder.
I like Borges.
I think our outfield should get to a lot of balls.
Yeah.
With Odubel and Borges out there, Borges can get the balls.
The question is, who the hell is starting in the other spot?
Borges is a good major league, bench guy. He's a good 25-man roster guy. Like who's in the other spot? He's a guy for that can play. Well, it was Altair, so now it's got to be. You're going to play Ashy out there. You're going to play Goodell. You know what I mean?
It could be Goodell.
Yeah.
Borges, Herrera, Goodell.
Could be. Mm-hmm. He'll probably platoon.
Oh, the other moose knuck that's down there is an outfielder. I'm dropping a ball on his name. The lefty who hit the ball to dead center. And he threw somebody out the plate yesterday, too. Let me get down to the ratting real quick. Give me a second. I'm dropping a name. Big lefty. Big boy. Cousins?
I don't know him.
Marcus?
No. I don't know if it's Cousins. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
That's a big young guy on the Flyers.
Not Cousins. Relax.
You're the one that said Cousins, not me.
I know what I said.
I'm relaxed.
I told you to relax.
I'm always relaxed.
I don't know if you were that relaxed. You were hoping I said something wrong. You
probably did.
Oh, listen. I just said it's another name to keep an eye on. Dylan Cousins. I'm sorry. My bad.
C-O-U-Z-E-N-S.
Spot on. Yeah, C-O-Z.
Yeah, Cousins, not Cousins.
Cousins. I'm not calling him Cousins.
That's his name.
I don't care what his name is. He's up in the big leagues.
I'm gonna call him by his name.
Okay, when he's in the minors, I'll call him whatever the hell his name sounds like or looks like. 6'6", 235. Kid's a moose.
That's it, yeah.
Kid's a moose. Look at some. I mean, big time power. It looks like, or the ability to hit for big time power. But this will be his. He had 40 at bats down there last year. He batted 350 at Reading. So we'll see. We'll see. But there's another name. It's another name. They got tons of names. They got a lot.
Yeah.
They got a lot right now. Let me ask you a question. So, give me sleeper Phils wise. Give me a player who you think can come out of nowhere, help this team out a little bit.
Come out of nowhere? I do like Tyler Goodell a little bit, but I like Peter Borges. I really do. I think his what was he in St. Louis last year? He had a bad year, right? He did not play well. I think that was, if you remember, about 3 or 4 years ago, he was a solid bench player for the Angels. They were trying to find ways to get him on the field because he could really play.
Well, they put Trouty in left.
Yeah,
because that's what Socha felt about him in center. You know?
Yeah.
And we're like,
So,
what do you know?
I mean, I think he's I think he could be good, really good for us.
I like the Borges one.
No, I thought he was gonna. I thought we were gonna. I thought he was gonna get me right there because I'm gonna land on Goodell myself. Especially if he gets that opportunity. If he's gonna settle in and be the right fielder, at least for the first month. And see what he can do. Another one of those we talked about before. Another one of those Rule 5 guys, and let's see if we struck some gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we back-to-back years, a little gold strike.
Because I think any of us could pick not any of us, but I'm saying we all want to pick the young bucks. We want to go young buck, young.
Yeah, but I don't think they're not going to be up that much.
That's what I'm saying.
Really.
So of who's there, that's where that's where we're going to settle. Just like you drop the board.
And obviously, the player that we think is going to have the biggest year, Franco. You guys think Franco has the biggest year?
If he stays healthy, sure, absolutely. If not Herrera, the 3-4 guys, like you said.
Howard, obviously.
Just dead silent.
If
looks can kill people.
I think Franco's the beast, yes. I'll say I think Franco could be an all-star.
I'll just go Herrera just because, switch it up. I think he has a big year. I think they both do. I think both of them have really good years if they're both healthy.
Well, your sleepers, maybe Hernandez, since you want to go opposite.
I'll go. Yeah.
Because you might want him at the leadoff spot.
I like Hernandez. He handles the bat well. He's a 280 hitter. He can run a little bit. I think he picks it real good at second. He's real good defensively, actually. Mm-hmm. He's a sleeper because nobody really knows. I mean, he's always been that. I thought he was real good in the minors. I was always telling him, hey, we got to get this kid up. We got to get this kid up. We got to get this kid a chance to play. And last year, he impressed me a little bit more. I mean, again, he hit some rough patches, but still batted fairly well. And
I liked him.
I think he could be a sleeper. Impact pitcher out of the 5.
Nola takes the next step.
Nola?
Yeah.
Who
I think it's probably
who gets shelled? Who's the first guy out or sent down?
Charlie?
Yeah, I would agree. Or Oberholzer. Right? Is that the other guy's name?
Yeah, I think from the left side, you just do enough, though. You know what I mean? So for me, it'd be Hellickson.
It is Charlie.
It's one of those.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
I actually think Hellickson has thrown well in the spring.
No, he has. Yeah.
I'm actually kind of encouraged. This is a guy who I thought had good stuff in Tampa, and he just kind of meandered around. Was in Arizona for a little while. Hasn't really showed much, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of intrigued by Hellickson. I think it's Nola, but that's where I was going to go. Yeah, I like it. Vincent, I like Vincent Velasquez. I'm really happy that he got the other starting job.
I'm glad they're smart enough.
Talk about electric.
I'm glad they're smart enough to know, like, Adam Morgan's like, he's okay, right? Like, he's okay. And I'm glad they were smart enough to know that this kid's got more potential.
Yeah, he's electric.
Got to give the kid a chance. You made a deal you made a deal essentially to get him.
Yeah.
Well, give him a chance. Closer-wise, I guess it's going to be Hinojosa, right? Hinojosa.
Well, I don't know. That guy let up 2 runs the other night, Hinojosa, right? And Bailey had another 1, 2, 3. Could be Bailey.
Bailey didn't make it.
Did they drop him down?
Yeah. Your pitchers are, or your relief pitch. Let's say you got.
Oh, all right.
Daniel
I thought Bailey's gonna make it.
Daniel Stumpf, James Russell, Hector Neris, Hinojosa, David Hernandez,
And he's
Gomez.
banged up, right, Hernandez?
Yeah.
Well, he's not on the DL here. DL here, they got Harrison, Hollins, Michael Marriott. But, yeah, if he's hurt, I guess it's Hinojosa. Really interesting. Yeah, they sent Andrew Bailey down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good. Paul Six kid, anyway. Sniveling D-bag.
Love it. I love it.
I mean, Hernandez has a closing experience, so we'll see whatever that means.
Yeah, well, I thought Hernandez would be the guy, but I think he's banged up. It's probably Hinojosa. Yeah.
Whatever that means. I agree with you. I don't know if the team even needs one. If you get there, get excited, get somebody up.
Exactly. Like until
we got a chance to win.
Yeah.
Who wants to throw?
Exactly. Sometimes you almost want to be like the ground screw in Major League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until they bring up the pups, you're like, who the hell cares?
Yeah.
They're shitty anyway.
We suck again.
Let's go. The pups up.
Yeah, I don't even know who they have down there closer-wise, Young. But I feel like closers, you can find tons of guys around baseball that can close you 35 when you're competing.
Yeah.
So
and like I said, we'll see how Velasquez does. To me, Velasquez could be that guy down the road.
You
because
like him in that spot.
Oh, I like when you got electric stuff that plays. And people want to get their money's worth out of these guys and get them, get 7 innings out of them. Everybody wants to make somebody a starter instead of saying, hey, those last 3 outs are the toughest outs. And we know that the Phils aren't going to win 100 games yet. So I'm talking down the line.
But you got to get a kid ready in that mindset.
When it's pup time, let's get a guy that's, let's develop a Giles guy. Let's go. You got to be electric at the back end.
Phillies Conversation brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accountant. 215-369-3300 on the web, gibsonmayer.com. Yeah, completely agree. The outfield's really not deep. I mean, they got 4 out there right now, and I know Ruff can play a little outfield.
They count Ashy, I guess.
Well, they're on the DL. So you got Borges, Goodell, Herrera, and Cedric Hunter made it. The Cedric Hunter made it as the other outfield. Will Venable sent down, reassigned. So. But that might be your first outfielder up because he's got
Cedric Hunter made it.
Yeah, I guess he hit some. He hit a little bit.
Did Roman Quinn not play well?
And it's a lefty.
I thought Quinn played pretty well.
Roman Quinn's ready to go. Listen.
That's what I'm saying.
He's young.
I thought he did. Yeah.
We're nervous. We're getting nervous.
I know.
So
I figured it was a business. I just didn't know. I was like, last I saw it, I thought he played well. I thought he had a good spring.
I don't know what else.
I'm an eye test guy.
I don't know what you
know. I mean,
the kid will walk. The kid will walk. Opening day on, he's a walking 40 stolen bases. Roman Quinn. He don't even need Mickey Morandini at first base. He can do his own count. He's gone. You know what I mean? I mean, that's how fast and electric that kid is, Sweep. So you're right on about him, too. Listen, they're all ready, all 3 of them. William, we thought 4 of them, maybe 5. Good Thompson's ready, too. The only one who's not ready that I'll leave down there is Alfaro because he's a catch-all. I got Knapp. I can let Knapp be my starter, and then when Howard, we realize he can't hit anymore, then you can switch it all around and then get Alfaro up. But for the meantime, while you have Howard in your lineup, or at least for this year while he's here, Knapp can catch for you right now. And then make the switch when Alfaro's ready next year. But in terms of Crawford, Williams, Quinn, Thompson, Knapp, there's 5 guys that I think are ready to go. Now, people can play the outsiders. Well, you want to keep them eligible. Screw it. Like, what else do you have to prove down there?
Listen, I'm ready. I want
it
the
is
kids
what
to
it is.
play. I've told you this. I think they're going to wait until at least June.
No question.
Bringing anybody up, I think.
No question. But there's still the Franco in the lineup. There's still the Herrera. You still have Nolan, Eichhoff on the man, and Velasquez. So there's still some the youngness of this team actually has me excited for Monday, man. And I'm not. This team's a 70-win team. Okay, everything goes right, like really right. Maybe you get close to the 500.
Yeah, you love the fact you're open up in Cincinnati.
But
like Willie said, they're cheeks. You know what I mean? So now maybe you get off to a good start.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Well, listen, look how good McCannon.
Start hot. Start hot, stay hot.
When McCannon, that like got me. When he snapped his neck, looked like something out of like a freaking freaky ass movie.
Oh, Alien.
I just thought his neck like did a 360, like his whole head just turned around. So I think McCann did a great job when he took over. His win-loss record was pretty good for the slop that he had to run out. This team, the sad thing is
they played hard for him.
This team stinks, And they're better than the team last year that stunk. I mean, I'm not saying a lot, but you know why they are, right? It's one guy. One guy. One guy's the reason why they're better than they were last year. That's Franco.
Franco, of course.
You know? So
he's got to stay healthy.
and your staff is better. It's not good, but it's better than what you ran out last year. That's a problem. That this is better than what you had. That's how bad it was.
I mean, Jerome Williams didn't do it for
Oh. Big Jerome,
the worst.
inning eater. That's what they call inning eater. He ate the inning, like literally ate it.
Yeah.
Like throughout the course of the year, he got so big, he was eating innings.
Yeah, oh my God, in the Rancocas Valley League, he should eat up innings, not in the big leagues. I mean, the Tri-County League.
So what do you got? I mean, what's where you got him at, Wells? How many wins? Or should I say losses?
I'm gonna go, man, 96 losses, which would be what, 66 wins? No, is that right? 66 wins. 66 and 96. Right? Yeah, it's 162.
70 and 92 for me. 70.
I think they lose under 90. I think they lose like 89, 88 games. Maybe like 74 win mark in that era.
74 wins wouldn't be. I'd take 74 wins.
I just think they're going to be. I don't like. Listen, that's a bad baseball team.
No.
So
I wanted to say 75, and I'm like, that's pretty close to
I know
500.
It's like 75. So many.
That's why I went back.
It's like shit. Do I say 70s? Are people going to like run me off the air? Is this guy a homer? You said the Spurs are going to win 70. You damn homer. I'm not listening to you anymore. But no, I mean, what's the max? The max is 500, right? I mean, that's our max at this table. Like really right. Like Noah is like lights out.
75.
Well, yeah, because you're really bad. I mean, you had him in. You're really. We're a little more like in the 70s.
I was more.
So yours is
what they're
75.
going to be. I think.
Yeah, I think we're right where they're going to be too. So don't Jesus start freaking puffing your chest out.
Okay,
over
we'll
a
find out,
prediction.
won't we?
Jesus Christ, I've never seen a guy on a prediction puff chest. Like it's not even real yet. It didn't happen, and you literally puff chest.
You're right. I did.
On a goddamn prediction. Like he stood up and like it said
There was no stand up.
98 losses.
You see
and
the
gave like a
right
chest.
now, I'm not standing
He
up.
gave like a chest flex, and then his head did a 360. So what do you? I mean, best case scenario, like really right, and you know what I mean by really right. And you're getting a lot out of a lot. Like that's Franco hitting you 35-40. That's Herrera batting you
40.
35. That's Franco hitting you 35 home runs. To get to 500, he's got to hit 35 home runs.
I'd love to see him hit 30 home runs.
Or all the pups.
Or a pups.
Or it's a 5-pack Magoo. 5-pack Magoo comes up and you go, hey, and you roll the balls and you go to work. All right, they win 81, 82 with the pups. You're gonna go through some growing pains.
I mean, realistically, no, we don't neither one of us think that. I'm not putting words in his mouth, but we're both around the same win total.
You need Hellickson, Velasquez, and Noah to win 15 each. Wow. Maybe 13.
What if they all won 10?
I think Noah will win 10.
I mean, Morton's the only guy I don't see winning 10, but maybe him in a combination 10.
Charlie Morton stinks.
I know, combination 10 where he wins like 4 and somebody else comes in and cleans up for 6 when he's gone.
I mean, listen, I'd love to see. I think we get
You 5 starters and double win figures.
12 to 14.
Listen, I'll jump off the bridge because that's how unrealistic that is.
Noah can get 12 to 14, I think. I think Velasquez could win 10 maybe if he throws well and stays healthy.
Well, Hellickson has proof in the point that he can do it.
It all depends what happens early because if you're surprisingly playing well early and Charlie's getting boobed like we know he's going to, then they'll make a move, right? But if we're terrible and Charlie's getting boobed, they're like, hey, we're paying him. Eat up the innings. Eat up the innings. Go ahead, you pig.
And every other day, they're calling ratting.
Yeah, you piggy. Go
ahead.
and
every day they're calling ratting. Like, is he ready?
If they're playing well.
And then we're 4-4, and Morton has 3 losses.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. If they're hanging in, if they're staying floating above water, right, and they're hanging in, and Morton's the one killing you, then they will make moves. You're right on. And if they're getting boat raced and they stink, they're gonna be like, screw this. We got the kids coming up next year or later on anyway. So it can go a lot of ways. I mean, I just think the Mets are good. I don't think they're that good. I don't think they hit enough. And if they have a couple arm injuries, they're in trouble real quick. I mean, that team can go from World Series contender to in trouble with one arm injury. That's how close they are to hurting.
You gotta
a
just
lot of
you
them stinks.
gotta you gotta be able to pitch. You gotta be able to throw the baseball, and compete on the mound, because that was the biggest. I mean, we had a ton of issues, but that's what makes you nauseous as a Phils fan last year, was the fact that you had to turn on and see Aaron Harang, Jerome Williams, and those cats right there. You know what I mean? Like, so, I understand
Gonzalez.
you understand it's a business, but that's enough. You know what I mean? Let's go. If you don't want to go with the pups yet, that's fine. There's got to be there's some other guys that that'll go out there and compete for you, other than these retreads.
There's another shortstop down. Quinn could be, real quick, I want to go over to some guys that are down in Reading that are on the 40-man still. MLB 40-man. Roman Quinn, yes. Because these are some names you could see. Like, sooner than later. Alfaro was on the 40-man, right? Asher and Gonzalez and Ramos. So there's some guys out of the Reading that you could see because they're already on the 40-man roster. Let me get the AAA. Who the hell's the AAA freaking affiliate anymore? Lehigh?
Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs.
The Piggies.
No, because see, they move all the time. The only reason I know this because all I do is look at prospects.
Piggies.
Sorry, I just want to get there. I want to get there. I want to get Tennessee's down to AAA arm-wise, too, right now. Let's see. So you have Araujo, yes, 40-man, Buchanan, God forbid, Garcia, Morgan, Colton Murray out of your arms. Appel, Bailey, they said no, they don't have on the 40-man. Wow. You got Knapp, Ketchin, and Aaron Sebia. So Knapp, not on the 40-man, but again, we know he could be up quickly. Let me see. I'm trying to find that other infielder. So they have no shortstop on the roster in AAA. Okay. Not quite sure what's going on there.
Where'd Crawford go? Did he go to AAA?
No, they put Crawford in Reading. Yeah. There's a shortstop. Maybe he's in Clearwater. But and then you got to talk about Randolph too. So I mean, there's a lot of kids who've been coming up, but I don't even know why I even went down to look at the minors right now. I'm sort of confused by myself, my actions.
That's all right. We're not going to have that great of a year, but
I don't know what I was looking for. I was just curious on some names that could be
eligible. Who's eligible?
Yeah, to come up quicker. So there is some kids who are eligible to come up quicker because they're already on the 40-man.
It should be at least
I don't know how baseball works all this crap out, but
more exciting to watch the Phillies this year.
That's all the point.
That's all it is, really. And granted, it's nowhere near like it was 6 years ago. When we were
more like 10.
Yeah,
I feel like that's start of it.
Well, that was start of it 10. Yeah,
11. It's more like 12 years ago.
Yeah, 09 they lost to the Yanks. So
goes so fast.
6, 7 years. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah, that's when we were. We were the pinnacle.
Yeah.
What do you think? This is like 04. It's like 04. Right now.
Yeah.
You hear rumblings.
The calm before the storm.
You hear rumblings of guys. Of kids.
Yeah, rumbling about this kid Howard.
He's coming.
Yeah, rumblings of the kid hitting Oppo
Utley
shots.
comes up that year.
Yup.
04.
Yeah, Rollins already up.
Rollins was up. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's
close.
Yeah, we're around the same type of deal. Hopefully, we're trending that way.
This might be better.
We're trending that way.
I'm telling you, it seems
it's
like a football field.
There's
11 guys. You feel like, like 10 guys.
We're just running through them. I get lost. There's another shortstop I'm trying to tell you guys in Clearwater who.
Because we didn't even talk about Cornelius. I mean, you just.
No, we forget about him.
You just threw him there at the end, but there's 10 or 11 deep right there. You're like,
Not to mention, we have the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, we forget about that as well.
Hold on, real quick. Kid at Barnegat who we might take.
Yeah, because Randolph's our number 6 prospect. We don't even talk about the kid. All he does is hit. I want to find this other shortstop. This is going to piss me off. This is what I was looking for. It's a Yeah,
there's no shot the Phillies pass on.
Malquin, I'm not going to say his. Malquin Canelo, 24th ranked shortstop, 21 years old. Obviously out of Dominican. Looks like he played a little bit.
Just to throw that out there, since Willie had brought it up.
No
shot.
He's a defensive shortstop.
The zero shot the Phillies pass on Groom. All right. Local guy getting comparisons to Kershaw. No shot. I mean, I know we like college guys.
You think for sure they're taking him?
No, there's no fun. No chance that they skip that.
Bryce Hoskins, another kid who can flat out rake down there, 21 ranked prospect. He only batted in Lakewood. He only batted 322 with 9 bombs.
Hopkins.
They're just loaded. I mean, Hoskins last year before all the deals was up in probably your top 10.
Yeah.
And that just showed you. Nap's your 18th ranked prospect.
Wow. That guy just wakes up.
We don't even talk about Nick
That guy
Pivetta.
just wakes up and hits too.
Nick Pivetta, another pitcher that we got in the Washington deal. I mean, it's just there's so much
For Paps.
for Paps. But yeah, I agree with Quinn.
Scraps for the Paps.
Quinn's a good play. Quinn's good too.
Roman Quinn.
We'll see. Crawford, Appel, and Thompson and Williams, Alfaro, Randolph, Quinn are your 1 through 7. So talking about how loaded we are, Franco's up, Herrera's up, Nola's up, Eichhoff's off, Velasquez is up, right? Of our young kids, right, that we really look, and Hernandez because we feel like he can play second for us for a while now. He's only 24 years old. So you look at the rest of that, right? You got Crawford still down there, Appel, Thompson, Williams, Alfaro, Randolph, Quinn. I mean, that's a lot.
And
That's not talking about Knapp,
But
number one pick.
But when you said earlier about Quinn swiping 40 bags, I mean, it really excites you because I know he can run. I'm just saying, then think about it. They could almost be like the running Redbirds of the 80s. You know what I mean? Because you think about Williams, Crawford, him. Herrera can scoot a little bit.
Yeah, and then you have enough pop in your lineup with Franco. Franco brings you pop. Williams brings you pop. Knapp, you can hit with a little pop. So I mean, you can do it all. You can hit for power. You can run. You can play small ball. You have a ton of guys in your lineup.
When we first started getting good, we ran all over people.
Yeah.
Right, and you got guys like
David Lopes was here.
Yeah, well, that's why Mickey's here. Hey, Mickey, he's living around the block.
Hey, Mick,
stop watch.
Mickey used to live in Audubon. Remember?
Still living in Audubon Arms over there by
Ralph Shaw.
Holy Maternity.
Yes, absolutely.
He lived next door to Nicole the Footboat's house.
Right
no, that was the place he lived at. I think.
I remember I got
it's like 3 doors down from Ralph.
I went trick-or-treating there.
See Ralph all the time.
I went trick-or-treating and I was like, Mickey Morandini.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it was like 4 houses down from Ralph. That's where Ralph lived.
He was an Audubon resident for a while.
Yep.
He was.
Right by maternity.
I know, right? They changed that too now. That's some wackadoo place, right?
Crazy place.
That's some cult right now, right? Yeah, I used to be my church.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I went to confirmation
like
there. Yeah, I went
me
to
too.
CCD there. Yeah, now I
CCD
drive by there.
confirmation.
Yeah, it's a weirdo convention. I see it. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, it is.
So we'll continue a breakdown. Well, we're going to get into the AL.
Well, it's the AL, yeah.
AL, and that's brought to
absolutely.
you by Martino Roofing. More than 15 years of roofing experience, proudly serving Sewell, New Jersey, as well as Pennsylvania, Delaware, and the South Jersey area. 609-792-5103 on the web, MartinoRoofingLLC.com. If you're just joining us, you can vote on our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Who do you got? Nova, UNC. Let us know. You want to get on the phone lines, 856-295-1178. The West, gentlemen. Hell, the West will be one.
The West was one.
Well, we'll be
I
one.
landed on the Astros. That lineup's, pretty formidable for me. Correa takes that next step to, really, really being a star, and Springer out there and of course Altuve, Rasmus, re-signed again. So the lineup's really dangerous to go along with Keuchel and those guys. And the Giles trade was huge for them. So I got them sitting up there. Not separate too much from the Rangers, but I got them at the top spot.
Giles in the back end. Yeah, I like that Giles in the back end. I really see them win as well. You know what though? I'm not going to go them, but I could see them winning it. But I'm going to go the Rangers, just because I really think I think a lot depends on Darvish coming back and being healthy.
It's mid-May. We'll see how that
feels.
we'll
see how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I love Cole. I like Tollison in the back end. I think that they have a lot of hitting. I think they have a monster lineup.
No, agreed. Yeah, I don't
Should
think
be good.
I don't. Surely don't run away with it. I think it's
So you got
2-horse race.
Yeah, and the Angels stink. Sorry. I know everyone loves Mike Trout. We've already gone over this. I want to say this again.
So right now we have Houston sweeps, and we got Willie with Texas. Yeah, the Angels aren't going to do it. I'm right with you with Texas in the West. They always come on hot. They got the ace on the mound in Hamels. You got to watch out for them Rangers.
And if Darvish comes back, forget.
Yeah, and Holland's healthy now again, finally.
Yep.
So,
No,
who knows?
absolutely.
Yeah. I always thought Derek Holland was a pretty good pitcher. Weirdo. Good pitcher.
Yeah.
And like I said, and they got a big chip if he's healthy with Profar. because it looks like Odor.
He's good.
Played well
I
last year. I know.
like
I
Odor.
drafted him in my draft, and I love him. But I'm saying there's a big chip right there, unless they
Yeah,
feel
what's
like
going on,
Andrews is on his
Profar?
way out. Yeah, exactly, health wise. But if they feel like it's their decision, like, hey, how many more years we're going to get an Elvis? But there's a huge chip right there to get another piece back.
No
to
question.
help you win right
Well,
now.
they signed what's called too, right? The Ian Desmond.
Oh yeah, he's gonna play the outfield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And our boy from the bus list is pitching well. I mean, I don't know if he made the 40, but the Bush guy was throwing fantastic. You might see him in a call up. He might be one of the first call ups.
You know who threw great for him too? Diekman.
Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt.
Diekman threw great down the stretch.
Electric, absolutely electric stuff.
When
He pounds his own. When he pounds his own, he's
Pounding that girl is. Take a shot at her. The NL Central.
Oh yeah, Diekman.
She's got. Well, I mean, what would you expect? Maybe
I would hope so.
I mean, she better be over an 8, babe. You know what I'm saying? Anything under a 7, you better check your card or your bank account. You ain't getting paid enough then.
For me,
damn it.
For me, it's about you always got to beat the champs. You know what I mean? So I don't think I'm ready to put the Indians up there just quite yet. I just feel like that. I don't know. I know the staff's good. I'm going to land on the Royals again. I mean, I'm going to land on the Royals. I'm sorry.
You're going to land on the Royals?
I think it's real close. I think it's a battle all year, though. All right.
And Cleveland's that team you think that battle between?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I think it's I actually like Detroit still. Anytime you got Cabrera, I like the Indians too. So I was just going with another team. You know how we do
great
this.
Sign, absolutely.
You know how we do
Zimmerman
this.
and Upton, huge.
You know how we do this. You can say something. I got to figure out another one now. So that's fine. But I agree with you. Kansas State's team to beat. Cleveland, Detroit, right there. I just don't think Minnesota played well last year. Chicago, whatever. They don't have a shot. They don't have a shot. Moving on to the AL East. I'm going Toronto. They mash. Everybody, I feel like every team in this division mashes besides Tampa.
No, that's where I originally landed on. I love the fact that the Kung Fu Bandit got benched. I love it.
Me too.
I
Make a
love it.
statement.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's in too much pro sports. It's a business and hurting feelings and yada yada yada. And it's time that somebody said, "You're a fat mess." Right? You're living on Twinkies. You didn't really care enough. And now this guy, Travis Shaw, beat you out. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I landed on the Blue Jays myself. I really like, of course we like the lineup. I think Stroman comes back and is able to get a full year in, and we'll see if J.A. Happ is, able to, go figure himself out like he did with the Pirates. No, I agree, but he's back in the AL. So.
J.A. scrap heap. Yeah. No, I don't like the Blue Jays one bit, actually. I think they're going to come back down to life. They had a revelation of a year last year. They should have kept Price, I think, if they wanted to win. I think Boston takes it. I like the Red Sox this year.
I like the Red Sox too. And
I do like how, even though, like you said, he's getting paid big money, but they're like, you know what? You're literally a disgrace right now.
Yeah.
You're on the bench.
So that's why I actually like it even more for their chances now, because them kind of things get guys saying, hey, this isn't like a guy like Hanley, right? That we talked about earlier. Is big for, how good of a player he was. Now, it sends a message to the whole team that I don't care how much you're getting paid. If you're going to come in and out of shape, you're going to come in and not work hard, or whatever the case may be.
Oh, yeah. For him, it's his third position in 3 years.
Yeah, if somebody else is
next
better.
spot is the bench for him.
Yeah. If somebody else is better, they're going to play over you.
Short left first. All right.
Can that wake up a whole team? And maybe it can. And maybe you get more out of a guy like Hanley, because they're going to need all them guys. All them guys that pay big money to produce. But for right now, I'm going to go with Toronto like you. They mash. I do like the Red Sox call.
I love John Farrell, and you love the guy. And the regular season Price is nasty, and then Kimbrel at the back is lights out for me. It's still mind-boggling how he's on like his third team in a year.
Yeah,
I understand.
Seriously,
it's a business.
a year.
We understand it's a business. Goodness,
dude is lights out.
Yeah, he is.
He's got some filth.
Yeah,
we can do this for fun, even though, again, the only person ever puffing their chest out over a prediction has been Wilson.
Of course.
Wow. U.S. women's soccer star Abby Wambach arrested for a DUI.
Oh,
she's
got to have a little fun, Abby.
Yeah, is she
for
one
her.
of those? Is she one of the ones that was going against the government? Because it wouldn't be surprising to me that they had her followed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do that. You don't
No.
take shots.
Yeah, what are you doing?
just sit there and take it.
Wait,
you
what
understand? There was a group of women's soccer girls that are filing a discrimination thing about pay or something.
Really?
Against the
Oh,
government.
I love it.
All right, so
Do
I don't know if
we?
she's on there. Yeah, I don't know if she's on there. But yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let me ask
I'm
you guys a
sure
question.
she's one of them, but-
Good question. A little different. It's a little NBA real quick, but
Sure.
little Twitter question we have up on our Twitter page, A2D Radio, is where you can find
Love
it.
it.
Can the Boston Celtics be a surprise Eastern Conference contender? Yes or no?
I think Brad Stevens has done a great job. I think that
Eastern Conference. Keep that
No.
in mind.
I think
Eastern,
Brad
yeah.
Stevens has done a fantastic job. And
Everybody
you know,
take cue
it's
here.
it's fresh from the other night. So everybody,
They won at Golden State.
yeah, everybody got
Yeah.
a taste of that. So then it's like,
Wee, wee.
But Brad Stevens is a good coach. He's doing a good job. You know, Golden State turned it over 23 times. Yada yada yada. So, but no, I don't have a problem. I like the Celtics. I think Isaiah Thomas superstar. All right, you know, shame on the Kings and the Suns.
I think the Celtics are really good, but I just don't see them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Eastern Conference semifinals, maybe the finals if they turn it on and beat who's the other team that's up there who would play? They would
Were they at the
Toronto
five?
probably.
But they had the 6-7.
I thought there were 3.
Oh, 3.
Yeah,
Wow, so is that high?
yeah, I think they're 3.
Okay.
They're having a good year.
No, I know. Yeah, just that's surprising.
So anyway, but
Good call.
I think they could maybe get to the finals, Eastern Conference finals. They're not going to beat Cleveland, but I think the Celtics are they're trending upward.
Yeah.
Good for them. We need to be there, and they thanks to a guy that used to be ruining the Sixers' lives. He went to ruining the Nets' life and helping the Celtics out so much. Tom, you know who that is? Old Billy.
Billy King.
Old Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy. He
I think
gave an unprotected first rounder for Paul Pierce. Good work, Bill.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
think
Bill.
there's a.
Good work.
Thanks, Billy.
I think
Crumb.
the Cavs aren't happy if the Pacers sneak in. Pacers to me.
Yeah.
It's just a tough matchup. I mean, I don't know how they got to be as bad as they were.
Yeah, they stink.
To get to the
For some
AC,
reason.
but I mean, you're talking about Paul George, George Hill, Mahimi's playing well. Miles Turner's been playing good for them.
I like CJ Miles too.
The other
Is he on
guy,
that team?
Monte Ellis, CJ Miles. I mean, they got a lot of guys. I mean, and I think Frank Vogel does a good job. It's one of those scary matchups to me. If they're able to secure that one.
Yeah, could be. I hear you on that. I like. I tell you what. I'm going to have a real issue with if Popovich sits guys against Golden State, like I've been hearing.
Well, now see,
Listen, I know I feel like he's a historian. He won't, and people are just thinking that he's going to.
Yeah, that's kind of what me and you were talking about last week. But
like, if he does, I'm gonna be so upset because now that they lost to Boston, you got a chance. You got a chance to rip their hearts out. They've been wanting this all year, and guess what? Not today, boys.
That's what I said.
That's what I want to be done.
That's what I said to my.
I want it to be done so bad now.
No,
I am so rooting for San Antonio to beat them twice this week.
Well, no, I said it to
And
my,
see ya.
me and my boy were talking about it because we discussed on the show last week too. Like, where's that other loss coming? And once it came the other night, now Pop's got a shot to play spoiler. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with that first one. How have they obviously lose that first one, then he'll rest. There's no reason for it unless somebody else steps up. But I mean, we were having that debate the other night. Like, I mean, how could they not get it? I mean, you expect them to go 3-4 or 4-3 after they only lost 7 games all year, and then sure enough, and they feel like they hadn't lost at home in about 10 years. But we know how sports is, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, Miami's another team in the East.
Yeah.
That's dangerous a little bit
Yeah,
in terms of the
Absolutely.
Eastern Conference. Yeah, I mean,
if they're healthy.
another dangerous team.
No, I agree.
Another dangerous one.
If they're healthy, absolutely.
But real quick, MLB, back to it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 2 teams that right now, preseason, that are going to be in the World Series. So early, but this is why we do it. It's fun, and you can look back and puff your chest out if you get it right. And if you get half.
Cubs.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oops.
Well, we both go Cubs. Cubs Rangers to me.
And I'm in the same division, Cubs, Astros. But it could be the Red Sox. Like I said, I like that announcement the other night. So that, I didn't have them winning the division, so I don't want to be. But I got them in the wild card one. Don't get me wrong. So, but Cubs, Astros to me. I think the Astros could take that next step. They smelled it. They smelled it. Correa kicked one, a 5-run, 6-run inning, and they're in the ALCS last year. We're not even talking about the Royals. So, we'll see.
I'm gonna go Giants. They're loaded, man. I mean, the more we talked about them, the more we got. Like we forget again. Was the same thing you talked about? So the Spurs effect, like. When you don't talk about the Giants, you just forget about it. And I think all baseball forgets about them, right? I think guys go to San Fran to play them and forget who they're playing sometimes because you just sleep on them. And I think that's one of their biggest strengths of their team. I think is that they have a bad year and the team people sleep on them, and then boom, they come out the gates and they cut halfway through the season they get hot.
They're boring. Hunter Pence is disgusting, and he just gets it done.
I think he might have a monster.
No, absolutely. I'm with you 1,000%. The guy's a tremendous big league. He's disgusting. Just watch him. What not to do? Like if you're sitting there with your kid, you go, "Don't ever do that.
Don't ever do that. No, please. I like the Texas too. Well, it's a big game, Cole. You get him healthy for a full season. We know they can hit. They got hot last year. So I'll go San Fran, Texas. I mean, maybe it doesn't sell to Major League Baseball too much, so it probably won't happen. But I actually like it. And they said, what Darvish? I mean, do you finally get you Darvish? Because you got your pup on the bump, and we all know what Cole Hamels will bring in big game situations. Do you have another guy?
Yeah, well, I mean, once you get cleaned out. So he was probably battling that because we all know what he brought to the table when he first hit the scene. I mean, he's got 6-7 pitches, just a big monster, just big monster. So you know what you're getting from you. He just that's what happens. Velo goes down. It's a sign of an injury. They went in there, cleaned it out, and these guys are supposed to come back. Like absolute terminators. So we'll see. Like mid-May, if he's dialed back in, look out. That's as good one too as you'll find.
No, agreed.
Yeah, Yu's good. I don't necessarily like many Asian ball players. I know this. I do like Yu Darvish. I just don't like the slap hitting aspect of their game. That's what bothers me about them. But Yu Darvish, he can throw. Dude's good.
Yeah.
Power on.
Power.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you got the lefty, righty, Hamels and Darvish, which you like as a manager to have that. You have both of them. And the team can flat out hit it. They hit and they get hot. And another team that you can sleep on down in Texas. At least up here, we fall asleep on some of these teams. So it should be interesting to see how, baseball's underway today. Pumped up stuff. You got Flyers at 5 o'clock today. Tomorrow on this show, or this program, this station, you have AIM Sports at 9 a.m., AIM Sports Showcase. And weather permitting, Bishop uses baseball, 3:45.
Next weekend,
right here on HUD Radio.
Next weekend, the Masters and the Shaw. Kinds of good stuff.
The Shaw.
It's supposed to be like 50 this week, right? I mean, unbelievable.
Supposed to be kind of cold,
give us a break. Come on.
Seriously.
But both squads got off to a good start, right? The Fighting Green Waivers, pounded the baseball.
15-2, yeah.
Pounded the baseball, and you know what you're going to get out of Big Willie. So that's not a surprise, but he swung the bat. You'll be happy. He looked like he swung the bat well.
He did.
Couple
two
doubles
balls over left field's head. Yeah,
a couple doubles out of him, and Tassie seemed like he had a monster game.
Yeah, he should have hit 2 homers. They had that stupid friggin' tree, that hangs over the fence in left field. The ball was out. Hit the tree, and they called it because that tree hangs over the fence. It's a double.
That's still there. I hit one there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about 1994.
Yeah.
I mean, mixing a saw.
Yeah.
Mixing a flipping saw. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. The ball was out. It went off the tree, off the top of the fence, and they called it a ground rule double.
That's incredible. That's incredible. I mean,
and then his next at bat, he homered.
Who is running that park?
Oh, my goodness.
Jeez and crackers. Collingswood, nice maintenance, guys. Yeah. Jeez and crackers. I mean, I got to get in a union. Where I can do nothing. Goodness gracious.
They just sit in nice park all
day. And the
tears are rolling down my eyes.
And the Eustis Crusaders gutted one out. Down 2-1, bottom 5. An 11-pitch epic at bat by one of our freshmen, leadoff guy. Just, got himself a fastball, 2-run bomb to right center. Fantastic. Then got 6 outs out of our pen to hang on there, so it's going to be that kind of year. We just got to
fight.
Well,
you know what's funny?
We got to grind it out.
We got a minute left here.
You play?
We got to
play Shawnee. Jake Miller, senior stud on the mound.
Shawnee's good.
Yeah, Shawnee's good.
We got a minute left here, but when you left me an audio text the other night, his voice was shot. I love it.
So
It started baseball season. Yeah, I knew exactly. I listened to it. I said, yo, he was.
I was woofing because you know me. I can't help myself.
I love it.
Like, it's the green wave nature, and
It's how we are.
It's when somebody starts. Like I'm a grown man now. I got a baby and stuff. I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be the instigator that I used to be. And young sweeps when he tied on his green spikes, his green stirrups. I was an instigator. I'll throw dirt right in your face. I'm sliding in a second. We're back picking. I'm sticking my cleats right in you. But now I'm an adult, so I'm not an instigator, but I'm going to finish it. So they're starting pitcher, good kid. They take a 2-1 lead. He's woofing. I'm like, you can't woof when you're pitching. I guess you could, right? But you better go shut it. You better go shut it down. So then we answer back. He gives up the 2-run homer, and you know me. I'm just like, you can't woof when you're pitching. You can't do it. You just can't do it. And I got to catch myself. I got to say, come on.
Listen, we thank everybody for listening. We thank Legends Tap for sponsoring our show this Sunday. Good luck to Houston tomorrow, game 2 of the season. Good luck to the weather. Hopefully we can get out there and cover the game. For Tom Arnone, Brian Wilson, Nick DelGozzo, the bad boys of Sports Talk on the worldwide leader of Real Talk, HUD Radio. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Shark Talk.
We'll be back next week.
Later, boys.
Same place, probably a different time. We're out.